Hi everyone, it's Rachel from rwcrafts.com, and today I'm here with Design Memory Craft to introduce to you a brand new product called Ice Layers. Think of ice layers as a type of clear stencil, but it can be permanent. So you can put it on top of whatever project you're working on and then color inside the open spaces of what would normally be a stencil, and it all stays. So I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to work with this product before it hit the market. Here are some examples of what I created before it, like I said, on the market. So this is with the arrows, and earlier I was showing you the bubbles. Here's a clean version of the arrows, so you can see I didn't do anything to the background. I just put down the ice layer and then decorated inside. You can also decorate the background, put the ice layer on top, and then also decorate the inside, as you can see here, and you can get a totally different effect. You can see I really like cutting up the pieces. That's what I did here with the bubbles. So the bubbles comes in a full sheet. This is how you get it packaged, and you can peel it up like a sticker. Now, remember that these are very, very sticky. Wherever you put it down, that's where it's going to stay. Don't plan on putting it down and picking it back up. You will probably not be very successful. So you can see that I cut up the bubbles so that I could get one sheet to spread across an entire art journal page. I have already gone through my art journal page with a very thin layer of whipped spackle. And then on top of the whipped spackle, I used the texture cards from Design Memory Craft. I used texture card number 2. And I just did a wave almost. And you'll see later when I do a full layer of gelatos that that texture card really makes a huge difference. So right now I went through with one of the stencils and the Nebula iridescent gelato. These iridescent gelatos are gorgeous, and they're so creamy, and they have almost a glittery sparkle to them. So anyways, I did that with the number stencil, and now I'm going through with the Blue Moon gelatos, and also at the bottom I'm using the satellite gelatos, again from the iridescence collection. And when I go over the whipped spackle that I talked about that I used the texture card with, now you can really see the wave of the texture card that I used. And I love how the gelatos just soak into that texture of the whipped spackle. It makes such a huge difference. It's so subtle, but on an art journal page, it really pops. It makes everything just have more dimension. So once those background gelatos all dried, I'm going through with this dot stencil and some Texture Luxe in Pearl. So I just did a few different corners of the Texture Luxe Pearl. Once that dried, I'm going now to my ice layer bubbles that I cut out. So I did, again, use that one sheet, and I cut out very thin little bubbles so that I could push it all over my art journal page. I did use mixed media scissors for this because, like I mentioned earlier, the ice layers are very, very sticky. So don't plan on using maybe your fine detailed paper scissors with this. You want to use a good mixed media scissor. And I already cut them all out, and now I'm placing them how I want them on my art journal page. And just give them a good press, and they are staying there. They're not going anywhere. And now I'm going through with another iridescent gelato. This one's called Comet. It's this gorgeous green color. So I'm putting it inside the circles of the ice layers. And as I'm spreading it around with my finger, I'm also making sure to just do a little bit on the outside of the ice layers because I want to be able to give that look of the full circle on the inside and outside. So this is where you really see the power of an ice layer. We call it a resist because whatever you put on top of it, then you can go through with, I'm using a baby wipe, and you just wipe the clear part of your ice layer, and whatever color is on there disappears. So you can see that I'm left with this beautiful circle underneath, and then whatever I've already put on the background of my art journal page shows up through the clear part of the ice layer. I hope that makes sense. That was a very that was a very long sentence, I understand. So now I'm going back over to add some more of the Comet Gelatos colors with the same stencil that I used the Texture Luxe Pearl. And then to finish it off, I always like to add a little dab of Design Memory Craft Glass Bead Glitter Gel. If you don't have this in your arsenal already, please get some, or 2 or 3 or 4 jars of it. You won't be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching. Here's some close-ups of my Ice Layers art journal page. And I'm sure I'll see you soon. All of the products I used are listed and linked in the description below. Thank you. Bye.